Namaste, Sharana Sharanarthigalu, dear learners. Welcome back to SBPS online classes. Dear students, we have started NCERT class 6th or past 1, chapter number 8, Vital Villages, Thriving Towns. This is video class number 3. In this class, we are going to discuss the concept. 4th one, cities with many functions. 5th one, crafts and craft persons. 6th one, a closer look, Arakamedu. Start with the discussion. Fourth concept, cities with many functions. Dear students, very often a single town was important for a variety of reasons. For example, art purpose, craft, agriculture purpose, trading, marketing, and construction of the monuments and religious centers. So one of the best example we are going to understand, that is a closer look, Mathura. So Mathura, it is located in between the Agra and Delhi. It was the one of the religious center as well as trading and commercial center during 2500 years ago. So start with the discussion. Closer look, Mathura. Mathura was an important settlement for more than 2500 years ago. It was located at the crossroads of two major routes of travel and trade, and it was also a center for craft works as well as art and religion as well as administration, according to inscriptions that have been found. So let us begin understanding the Mathura's trade routes. Dear students, you are observing the one of the red color. These routes are called the Silk Route, that connects the various continents and various countries. So these routes are used for trading purpose or marketing purposes. So one of the trading route that reached the Mathura and that constructed the in Indian subcontinent, Mathura. So this is the after construction of this trade route, Mathura got importance in trading and commercial purpose. So people who are traders and who are merchants, they started traveling from one country to another country via this trade route, and they transported their our Indian goods to other countries, and some of the materials transported from the other countries via these trade routes to Indian subcontinent, especially the earthenwares and the camels as well as precious gems and some of the silk textiles from other countries. The traders are importing in India, and Indian traders are exporting our goods like cotton textiles and precious gems and gold and so on. So for other countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, China and so on. So this is the silk route used for the commercial purpose and trading purpose during the 2500 years ago through Mathura. So start with the another few information. Madurai also around through 2000 years ago, Mathura became the second capital of the Kushanas. So because of it is capital city of the Mahajanpad, as well as the Kushanas started ruling in this region, about whom you will reading in the chapter number 10. So Mathura was also a religious center. So there were Buddhist monks and nuns started and visited these place, and their monasteries also the archaeologists found out, and Jaina shrine is also constructed. So it was an important center for the worship of Lord Krishna. So this is also called as a holy place of Lord Krishna, and several inscriptions also found out by archaeological department. So these provide various information regarding the trading system and Buddhist monks and nuns and their monasteries and Jaina shrines, and regarding the silk route of the world. So these are the few information about closer look to Mathura. Now we are going to discuss the another one concept, crafts and craft persons. Dear students, which are the crafts that manufactured by the various craft persons, especially the potteries? And start with the discussion. We also have archaeological evidence for crafts. and that include extremely fine pottery known as northern black polished ware. So this is the one of the blackish color soil or clay used for the manufacturing the pots during the 2500 years ago, especially in the north part of our subcontinent. So the this soil was available in the northern part of our subcontinent, so that these potteries got the name as northern black polished ware. And shortly we can introduce these pots as NBPW. And next we go through the famous centers for cloth manufacturing were Varanasi. So Varanasi as well as Madurai. So Varanasi located in the northern part of our Indian subcontinent, and Madurai located in the southern part of our subcontinent. So both were famous for the cloth manufacturing. It means the people involved in weaving and many other works related with the clothes. So the especially men and women both were worked in the manufacturing the cloth. And many craft persons and merchants formed association called shrenis. The association of the craft persons as well as merchants called the shrenis here. Shrenis provide the craft persons provided trainings and procured raw material and distributed the finished product. First of all, they do the various works. The Shrenis are involving in various activities. For example, they provide the training for the craft persons, as well as they provide the raw material to them. And they, after providing the raw materials, whatever the fine goods are manufactured by the craft persons, those they received back. So and they sell in the markets. So this type of works the Shrenis were done in our Indian subcontinent during the 2500 years ago. And sometimes the Shrenis also served as banks. These were rich men and women deposited money here. The Shrenis also served as banks, and these Shrenis, in that Shrenis, rich men and women deposited money for especially traders, merchants, and so on. So this was invested, and part of the interest was turned or used to support religious institutions such as monasteries. To run the monasteries, the Shrenis used the money. So this type of work we can observe by the Shrenis during the 2500 years ago in the Indian subcontinent. Now we are going to cover the last concept from this chapter, that is a closer look Arikamedu. So where is the Arikamedu city located? So it is located in Puducherry in the present day Tamil Nadu state. So it is on the eastern coastal line. So it has the one of the port. It was the oldest port located in the Arakamedu. So and in between the 2200 and 1900 years ago, Arakamedu was a coastal settlement where ships unloaded goods from distant lands. It means the people who are the sellers or traders, they came from different countries and they reached the Arakamedu port, and their ship unloaded here. Means whatever they brought from their country goods, they unloaded in this port. And in the Arakamedu, various warehouses were constructed with the bricks. So these warehouses are also called as a godowns or storehouses. In these storehouses, the people or traders or merchants stored the materials inside this big house. So this is we call also called as a stock house also. And a massive big structure which may have been a warehouse was found at the Arakamedu site in 2200 years ago. So these are the few information. Another few information regarding the Arakamedu, that is and finds also include pottery from the Mediterranean region. So as we had discussion that this is the Arakamedu located near the coastal line, so that various travelers visited this place, and they brought their own country craft materials, especially the Mediterranean region. They brought the travelers brought some amphorae. Amphorae means the double handled jar, so that contained liquids such as wine and oil. So this type of jars are called the amphorae. These are brought from the Mediterranean region, and these were used for especially fill the wine as well as oil purpose. And next you are observing this picture is called the red glazed potteries. So these are stamped also on the surface of these red glazed potteries. You can observe the picture depicts, so those are stamped also. So this type of red glazed pottery stamped potteries were known as Aratine ware. So this type of pottery is known as Aratine. So why we have given this Aratine ware name? Because there was a reason. So one of the city located in Italy, the city name called the Aratine. So this type of materials, first of all they started manufacturing the Aratine. So and they brought to the Indian subcontinent. So these type of potteries are called the Aratine ware potteries. And next we go to the few information. So this is a double handled pots. So these mainly used for filling the oil or wine purpose. So you are in Arikamedu, so many double handled jar excavated by the archaeologist. And next we go through the Roman lamps also excavated. So these are the Roman lamps excavated. These are oil lamps. And glasswares as well as gems have also been found at the Arakamedu, one of the settlement during the 2200 until 1900 years ago. So these are few information regarding the a closer look Arakamedu, and we have covered the all the concept from this chapter. Till then, bye bye, have a